Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. Okay, we're going to knock our center finder off center a little bit. We're going to come down. We're going to bring our piece over until we touch, until it kicks. There it is right there. Okay. And then we want to add 100. So let's kick that. And then we're going to add 100. Okay. And that should take us dead center right to that line. How about that? That should give us something. Well, you can't see it, can you? Ha! Okay, let's back up a little bit. There it is. So we're just using a center drill. And all we're doing is checking to see where our line is. And it looks to me like we're dead center. Okay, so now we're dead center on this line. So, and we want to zero that. So now we're going to come one hundred and 1 thousandths. Or is that 1 inch and 100 thousandths? I always forget to do the decimal. So there's 1 inch. $100 thousandths. And that seems to be landing just about where we want it. Now, are we back in place here? No, we're not. Just want it to go to 330. 330. There it is. Yep, that's hitting just about right. I think we're going to be good. Let me get a little center going. And from this point on, well, we're just going to be doing a drill, so we'll change the collet. We're going to be using the same drill the whole time. Almost. All right, let's get a drill bit in here, or a drill chuck in here. So we've got to come down a ways. Okay. And there's our bit. And we need to calculate how far down we're going. I say we're going to go down 900 thousandths. So that will be just about an inch. Are we ready? Let's see what we can do here. Yep, I'd say we're right where we're supposed to be. All right, let's take our bit out. And we're going to run a tap down there. And I believe it's a 10. Ten 1.5. Yep. We'll slow everybody down. Get some cutting oil. Well, I'm thinking maybe just better just go on straight down because there's not a whole lot of room. Let's back it up a little bit. Oh, actually, we can just do that by hand. Okay, we're going to have to do it by hand. See if we can come up with this little small wrench. That might be enough to give us, yep, it is. Just enough room to rotate. Okay, it's about an hour later and we got all 3 holes drilled in 7 pieces. Now we're gonna go to the next step. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. And basically we're gonna drill this hole in the side of this piece and later on come in and slice it. So it looks to me like we've got a 1/4 inch radius, yes, which makes it a 1/2 inch bit, which no problem. I think that's probably the next step we want to do. A 1/2 inch bit coming in a certain distance. And it looks like we want to have our key at that 60-degree angle. So we're going to just move things around and see what we can come up with. So first thing we want to go do is, let's go to 0. There's 0. And then we want to rotate 60 degrees. And that should bring our key up. Let's take that bolt off and make sure that our key is in the right place. Yes, it is. Okay. All right, so now our key is at the 60-degree level, which places this hole at 90. Let's see, and that means that we come back to this side. I think what we should do is come back to 0 here. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, that's 0 to there. to that mark. So, and of course, whoever did this wasn't really thinking about the machinist. No. He went and measured from this side. So, we're going to come 1 inch in from this edge here. So let's get our edge finder going. Come on out, drop it down, come back in till we're centered. Almost. Until we kick, they're kicked. Okay, that's 0. We're going to add 100 to that. Okay, that puts us right onto that edge. And then to the dead center, we're going to come in 100 thousandths, or no, 1 inch. So let's zero that out. 1 inch, yes. Okay, there's our center on that. Now from the edge, here, let me spin you around. You can help me here, because it's a bit confusing, because, you know, engineers, they've never even run a machine. They have no idea what it takes to run a machine. So where are we measuring from? From center line. Okay, so 821 thousandths out from center. Okay, so 821. Okay, 904 thousandths from the very top. And I'm thinking, let's take this to dead center, or to 0. And let's take this to 0. Yes. I think that's right. You know, I'm not real sure of this, so I think what I want to do is I'm going to get one of the rejects, and we're going to put a reject in and run it just in case. That's better. So supposedly we're going to go back to 0 and we should be just about where we want to be. Okay, we got about 50 thousandths left to cut. That's 0. Let's take it out and have a look. I think it's time to vacuum up some chips here. All right. I don't know, that looks pretty much like the drawing. I think that's pretty much going to give us what we want. Okay. Well, the thing I want to do first, though, what I'm thinking is I still have to take this top surface off. And if I leave this gap here, we're going to have some skipping, and it may not be a really nice finish. So I'm going to throw this on the lathe right now and see if it see what the finish comes out like. So let's go over to the lathe. And remember, this is a scrap piece, so we don't care. But what we do care about is bringing this down to the size and to see if there's any kind of shadows that come out of that. And I think what I want to do is get myself a high-speed bit, because they seem to be a little more gentle. All right, let's give it a try. I've got a radius bit in there just to get a nice clean edge. So let's give it a try and see what we got. Looks pretty good. I'm going to try let's try a insert bit just for fun. little bit of a shadow there with this bit, but nothing really bad. All right, I think we'll go ahead and cut the slot, get everything all cut. Then at the very end, take the mandrel out of the dividing head and bring it over here and put it in the forejaw, square it up real good, put our pieces back on, and do a final finish on the end. And that I think will get us where we want to go. I don't really like the surface here, but I think we can dink around until we find a surface. Okay, so we're ready to put the next piece on and cut that groove. Pieces are sliding on nicely now because they've gotten all oiled up, and the shaft has gotten a little bit used. This wouldn't do well for 100, but it does just fine for 7. All right, ready? Now what I want to do is take this up and make sure that my collet is tight. Yes, it is. Good. Now we can just bring it back down, and we're right there in place where we want to be. Number 2. Nice. And we'll come back later and drill the hole. Well, actually, that was number 3. Continuing. Well, kind of a cakewalk from here. We just go down. We're drilling a pilot. Kick it into gear, pretty much walk away from it. But I'm not going to walk away. I promise. Easy enough. Okay, we got all our holes drilled. Now we're going to come in and run a thread through that whole thing. And it's kind of a long thread. I'm not sure if I have one that long. 5/16 by 8. 5/16, 18. Let's see how we're doing here. Well, we can almost make it. I'm thinking maybe we go in and drill our oversize first. And of course I have no dimensions. Oh, no, I do. 276 thousandths. All right. And it looks like they want the hole size a bit bigger than 5/16, which is 312. We're going to go for 340. And we want to come down 340. All right, yeah. Okay, so then we come to this point here. We brought it all the way up to where the bit's actually touching. We turn it on. We started at 0. And then we bring it down. How much? $276. There's 1, 2, 76. Okay. Now we can bring it, take it out, and put the next one in.